Good morning, my dear students. How are you all? Welcome to a new day. Let us start Unit 6 in this new week, Lesson 28, and the title is Yishen. Yes, the title is Yishen. It is a name of a girl. In this today's lesson, our objective is upon completion of this lesson, you should be able to use the vocabulary in your daily conversation and you should understand what do you mean by a fairy tale. Yishen, who is the author? The author of this lesson, this story is Gina Sabela. Who is the illustrator? What do you mean by illustration? Illustration means drawing, pictures. So the illustrator for this story is Jill Dubin. What is the genre of this story? What type of a story it is? It is a fairy tale. And what is the essential question of this lesson? What can you learn from reading a fairy tale? So please remember the author and the illustrator. Please remember what type of a story we are going to read. Now, an important question. What do you mean by fairy tale? Let us see. What is a fairy tale? Fairy tale is a kind of a traditional story. So, what do you mean by traditional story? These are stories which people have been telling for many years. For instance, there might be a story which your grandmother told your mother and your mother must have told you. And when you grow up, you will tell to another people. So, in this way, the story will keep on moving from one person to another and it is called a traditional story. Fairy tale is a kind of a traditional story. A story which goes on moving around from people to people for many years. Fairy tales tell about events that could not happen in real life. So, one thing is clear, that fairy tales are not true. They are not real. The story often teaches a lesson. So, this answers our question. What can you learn from reading a fairy tale? So, you can learn a lesson from a fairy tale. Fairy tales usually have a happy ending. They have characters like monsters, fairies or mermaids who would not exist in real life. So, it is clear that a tale, a story which we call fairy tale is not true. It has characters like fairies, mermaids, witches, ghosts, monsters, and these characters don't exist in real life. So they are not true. But all of these fairy tales, usually most of them, they have a happy ending. Like you must have read different stories, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, then you must have read Aladdin and many more. If you read a fairy tale, you will see that the writer often take the help of illustrations. You can see many colorful pictures in fairy tale book. These pictures give us a better idea about the story and help us to imagine how the characters they look like. It also helps us to understand, get a better idea about the setting of the story. If it is a forest or a castle or it's near a river or oceans, mountains, if the fairy tale is about talking animals, whatever. Now, with this, you have an idea that we are going to study a fairy tale in this lesson. And the name of that story is Yishen. She is a girl. And this story is very similar to Cinderella. How many of you know about Cinderella? I know many of you must have read Cinderella, or you must have seen the cartoons, or you must have listened it from your friends about a girl who was called Cinderella. She was living with her stepmother and stepsisters. They used to make her work a lot. One day there was a party in the town. She wanted to go to the party, but she didn't have good clothes to wear. So a goat fairy helped her. She got transferred into a beautiful young girl. She had all the expensive clothes and slippers, and she went to the party. Everybody saw her. They were impressed by her beauty, and the prince was in love with her. So when she went back to her place, she forgot. She lost one of her glass slipper. Later on, the prince was successful in finding her with the help of that glass slipper, and then they got married. So happy ending. So this story is also same like Cinderella. Instead of Cinderella, here we have Ye Shen. This is a Chinese story. But as you know, for every lesson we start with the vocabulary words. So vocabulary in context, you can open page number 452, but I recommend that all of you first listen to me, then you can see in your book. So let us start with the words. The first word is task. The meaning is a piece of work to be done. So task means work which you have to do. The sentence is, my grandfather gave me a task to do. I helped him decorate for the party. As you can see in the picture, the boy is working. He has a task. And what is that task? What is that work? He has to decorate. Number 2. Glimmering. Glimmering means shining. The divers saw something flash in the water. It was a group of glimmering fish. So the divers are the people who go down, who go underneath the water. And what did he see? What did he see? He saw group of shining fish, glimmering fish. Number 3, served. What do you mean by served? To do something for someone. I think pizza tastes best when it is served fresh and hot right out of the oven. So served means when somebody is giving you food, especially we use this word when, for instance, your mother serves you food, your mother serves you dinner or lunch. It means she is doing something for you. She is serving you. You can see in the picture also, this chef is serving us pizza. Yummy, huh? After this, our next word is content. What does content means? Satisfied. The girls were content to play outside. It was fine with them not to watch TV. So they were satisfied, they were happy, they were contented to play outside. So content means to be satisfied. Next word, worn. What do you mean by that? Well used. Anything which you have used for a long time, which is well used by you, which is old now because it was used by you or you can say which was used by you by different ways for a long time, is worn out. The teddy bear looks worn. It must be very old. It means somebody has played with this teddy bear for a long time. Your shoes can be worn out. Your clothes, your books can be worn out. It means you have well used them. Next one, overjoyed. It means very happy. As you can see in the picture, these children are overjoyed. They are more than happy. The children were overjoyed to see each other. They smiled and laughed. It's the same feeling which I have when I saw you online. When I saw your faces, I was overjoyed because I miss all of you too much. Let us move to our next word. Concealed. What do you mean by concealed? Hidden. A smaller doll is concealed inside the larger doll. So you must have seen these kind of dolls. There are so many dolls. They are concealed in each other. So one doll is in the other doll. So you can say they are concealed. They are hidden. Concealed, hidden. Next one, last one, valuable. What do you mean by valuable? Expensive. As you can see in the picture, the ring is valuable to my mother. She has had it for many years. So, something which is very expensive. You can have a valuable car, or you can have valuable jewelry. Anything which is very expensive or which has a great meaning for you is called valuable. With this, we come to an end to our vocabulary for lesson 28. Now, I want you to open your notebooks and write the vocabulary in your notebooks, and then later make sentences with any 3 words. So you can choose any 3 words and you can try to make easy sentences. Don't look from your book. Try to make it by your own. Once done, I also want you to learn the spellings for these words. They are easy, not very hard. I also have this activity for you. Meanings. Find the meaning from the word box. I have written the meanings here for all, and write the correct alphabet in the bracket. So, for example, number 1, my diamond ring is very valuable. So what is the meaning of valuable? I have underlined this word. So you should know the meaning of valuable. You have to find it from here. A, well used. B, shining. No. G, expensive. So here is the answer. Expensive. Its alphabet is G. So I have written G here. Do you get it? Similarly, read number 2. The lights are glimmering in the distance. So what is the meaning of glimmering? Think about it. Read from here. Find it. Shining. So the lights are shining. So this is B. So I will write B here. So try to do this activity by yourself. In this way you will be able to remember the meanings of these new words. There are only 8 words. So try to learn their meanings. Try to learn their spellings. Write them down in your notebook. Try to write good handwriting. The first letter is always capital letter. G, P should be down the line if they are small alphabets. Yes, Y also, you are right. J also. See, G here. J, Y here. All they should be below the line in your note copy. So please practice writing and try to improve it every day. Some of you already have excellent handwriting, but you should keep on practicing. With this, we come to an end for today's lesson. Let us see, did we achieve our objectives? Upon completion of this lesson, students will be able to use the vocabulary in their daily conversation. So try to use these vocabulary words, okay, and understand fairy tales. So now you know what are fairy tales. So with this, we have achieved our objectives. We will meet soon in our next lesson. Till then, take good care of yourself.